Hey, this is Pastor Bob. And character makes trust possible, and trust makes leadership possible. Sounds like a real nice little puzzle. But what if the game is rigged? What if it's rigged? What if we don't know what's going on? And you set up a game, set up an event, you set up a challenge where only the people who made the challenge know what the rules are. And they don't tell you. You don't get any written feedback. You don't get any sort of awareness or notification of how you doing. It'd be like having let's say a hockey game, and you keep getting flags, but they're not telling you what you're doing. You just keep getting flags, and then you get kicked out of the hockey match. And so then they mark you. Old Joey Jones, he got kicked out of the hockey match. He's not trustworthy. So then you go to the next hockey match and you ask your coach, and you ask the assistant coach, and you go over the videotapes and you replay it in your mind over and over, and you're like, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? And they go, look at the rule book, pal. Look at the rule book. Here it is. Bigger than a phone book. A phone book, by the way, kids, was a really thick book, had a lot of information in it. So it's bigger than the Bible. It's this huge book of all these rules. Even if you broke it down to like 10 or 12 rules, if they have nuances to them, how do you know? You don't know. So what are we saying? We're saying parents, teachers, leaders of leaders, discipleship makers. It's very important to not only lay out some rules, here are the rules, but how do we live within those rules? We need written feedback. Written. That's right. Write it down. Have an email. Have a text. Have a trail. So that if the young person, the disciple, the person under your tutelage is not cutting it, is not making it, they can go back and you can look and you can say, look, on June 14th we said this. On July 4th, we said this. August, we told you this. And you got the upgrades. You got that's a good example. You know, all these phones have updates, constant updates. You're updating. And if you call up the Apple geniuses down there at Cupertino and say, hey, the first thing you ask you, is your phone updated? Did you update your phone? Did you get the update? You got to have the update. And so I always smile. I go, yeah, my phones are all up to date. As soon as the software update, some people think it's a big scam. Like, oh no, they're trying to. Look, I can't change the whole world. I keep my phone updated though. I can keep it plugged in, keep it charged up. And I can respond to a friend of mine, a wonderful, wonderful pastor, an executive pastor, just gave me some tips on things that they want to have done. It was in writing. Not 25 things, not even 10 things. Just one thing. That's manageable. And so guess what? I can't wait to jump back into the game, to jump back into and be able to show, I heard what you said, and I'm going to follow through on what you said, and I'm going to apply what you said. And we have a date, we have a time, we have specifics. It's all written. There's no subjectiveness to it. There's no, and of course the person that throws the 10 rules at you, you know, these are concrete, these are, but how are they applied? And where are they applied? And can you know, where's the line? We don't know always. Life is not that cut and dried. Life is mysterious. These rules can sometimes be mysterious to people. But if we make them very clear, and if we give clear, wonderful feedback, if we're able to say, hey, you know, these are the rules, this is what we've said, and here's how you matched up, and we have a trail. Then, if for some reason that person needs to make an adjustment, there needs to be a change in assignment, the reason is really clear. It's not just some, oh, well, you know, you just didn't follow the... So let's try to be really clear and specific. Let's make sure everything's written down. If you watch internet TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and all the things. There's a lady named Veronica with a K, a wonderful woman. Love that woman. She basically saved my life in so many ways because, well, how could you do that, Bob? You know, well, she made it really clear that when a supervisor talks to you, you just type a quick summary email back to them and you tell them exactly what you heard and what they said. And if they don't agree with it, then they can write back. And so there's a paper trail again, that trail. And God, he did not just depend upon Noah or Moses or Abraham or Isaac or Jacob or David to just a talking head. No, the Bible is God's written word, and he wrote it down, and he showed how it was applied, and he showed where failures were made. And so we as believers today, writing is still important. It's not just for the people from yesteryear. And I love text messages and I love emails because it's so easy and so efficient. You don't have to lick the stamp and get out and go to the post office and drop a letter in. But even in that, Ronald Reagan was a very famous guy. He was a president, and he wrote letters to Nancy. He wrote jokes. Everything was written down. He's very, very clear. You can see everything. It's all written down. And that's what history is. History is the documented writing down of exactly what happened. And there are controversies in writing. John F. Kennedy, he was shot dead in Dallas, 1963. I remember. It was just like horrific. But there's a lot of questions because everything that was written down was not, and even now they've released the information, it's still not released. So let's do what we can as Christians, as people who follow Jesus, people who love the Lord. Let's do our best to be clear, to be documented, and to give people a fair shot. Not just to pull people out of the hockey game because we think so. Because, no, I don't. Yeah. Remember, with trust, character, if we're trustworthy, then we're going to follow through on what we're asked to do. And I told this to someone recently. I said, if for some reason I'm not doing what you expect me to do not just assume that it is a failure, that I'm just, giving the proverbial, hand gesture. No, I probably don't understand. There's probably something that I don't get. So let's go back over it and let's talk about it. Oh, okay. When I did this, you thought I was meaning this? Oh, okay. And we go over motives, we go over intentions, we go over results, and we say, hey, okay. All right, this has been a long talk. I love you. God bless.